hit the record button, and we'll go from there. I am streaming though, so maybe I could grab the stream recording after. I don't know. So if quality drops or something, just tell me. All right. So we have this now, and this is pretty good. I think we can start doing the eye. So the eye, I just start doing the same thing as I did with the head, which is just kind of outlining it roughly. Just making sure we can get... Links are allowed? Yeah. Yeah, they are. Totally. And the side's gonna be like way back here, yeah. It doesn't like it when you just place them down. And the eyes are funny, so in anime a lot of times they'll draw the eyes. I learned this just from experience and making a mistake myself, is that the eyes look like they show a lot from the side still, right? Like it's showing like a good amount of the eye, but in reality, doing that with like a 3D model of an anime character is much harder than you'd think. Unless you're actually going to do a round eye, which I'm not planning on doing. I'm planning on doing with a 2D kind of more flat eyes. It doesn't work out as well because there's a larger curve. You want the eyes to be mostly flat, with a little bit of curve. So, for that, we're just going to do the shape, but then kind of squish it in a bit afterwards. I'm just going back and forth just to check to see where I'm at on the eye to make sure I'm grabbing the right vertices. The eye is much more narrow here, like her eyelids are closed. So her bottom of her eye should be about right, but the top would be around here instead of down lower. So I gotta take that into account right now. And there we go. Something like that should be about right. Okay, no, links are not allowed. Bummer. If you want to just DM me, you can. I don't know if you already did or not. Oh, you probably did. Yeah, you did. Okay. So I'm just reading a message really quick. I'll be right back to you guys. Yes. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'll pick that up. Okay, cool. This should just work, right? Just works. Looks like it should. Cool. So let's go to preferences. Install it. Desktop. Too many files. Screencast keys. Bam. There we go. Awesome. And now we can just set it to check. And look at that. It's super tiny. Okay. We're gonna increase that to like 20. Is that big enough? You guys can tell me, I guess. Also, I closed out my browser on accident, so I cannot see the Twitch chat actually. My bad. There we go. Okay, now I can see it. So if you said anything, I didn't catch it. You have to say it again. Because my window's closed, I don't have the chat history. I apologize. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Nail, so much for that. So now we got it working. Maybe the color's a bit weird. Maybe I can change it to like a green that you can see it easier. That, yeah. 35? Okay. Yeah, there you go. If you're nice and good to read even on this background. So cool. Alright. Back to work. And Naila, I'll get back to you on your other message too. Just so you know it's totally fine. Here, and that looks pretty good. I could maybe make it slightly in more something, but roughly good. So now what I do from here is, actually I should probably add a subdivision right now. So I'll do a level 1 subdivision, just to round her out a bit. That should be fine. And now we can do the fun part. At least I think it's fun actually. Just filling in the face and get that all worked out. Pretty relaxing part, to be honest. You don't really gotta think too much. I will say it does take a lot of just time to kind of. I still don't have it perfect myself. Just to learn the topology a bit and kind of how you want to do it. And already I messed up. I already messed up topology. You want to make some loops around the face, not around the face, the eyes. So I'll do one for now. I can always add more, but you want at least one in there, and let me just kind of rotate it a bit. So there we go. And bam, there we go. Okay, cool. And so as we make the face more and more, I'll start adjusting it more and more based on what looks good, not just how it's accurate to the 2D, because a lot of times what's accurate for like me recreating it from like a sheet or like an image isn't actually what looks good in 3D. So, but you don't really need to worry about it until a little later, because of course, can't really do much about it when there's nothing to mess around with. And nose topology is a little bit funny. Usually you want to do some sort of loop around. I think we're gonna try that. I'm gonna go up. Oop, let me disable clipping. Up like this, and then like that. Couple loops in. Should be fine. At least good enough for now. That was not the right one to grab. Just these 3. Okay. Should be fine. Oh, and that image is right in front. Okay, that's why I couldn't see anything either. So now we should be able to see a little bit more. And solid. There we go. Yeah. So that's looking a little better already. We can add another loop in here, pull this one off to the side. And actually I want this loop to stop right inside here like that. It always gets a little funky around here with topology and subdivision and all of that, so you don't really want to worry too much about how it looks. You want to get like the polys in place roughly where they need to be, and then move them later like I am now. There we go. Okay, so I think, and also it's important to stay in like perspective a lot and look around. Don't try to be in this orthographic like this. Don't try to be in this too much, because it makes everything look a little more flat and a little better, to be honest. Orthographic makes it, especially like anime style stuff, look much better. So when you're in orthographic too much, it tends to, like, if you look now at this, it looks a little more narrow, like the face. So usually when I'm near done with the face, I'll actually take and scale it down a little bit like that. Like that's it. And it actually makes it look much, much better. So let's do the mouth now. I'm going to take that. I'm just going to add a couple loops. This. And separate. Really. I'm just make a little gap where the mouth is supposed to be. And I'll hook this up. Like that, yeah, that's fine. I'll do a lot of stopping and thinking and trying to look ahead to make sure that I don't do anything too crazy. That'll bite me in the ass later for that. So far, I think we're looking pretty decent, all things considered. I will do this. Try to keep a straight face. I try not to put a big smile because like we can always do that later with like a shape key or even just by positioning the mouth, but keeping it more flat and neutral will help with the overall look of it in general. And also the mouths don't go far back as you see in anime, because you can see like the entire mouth is technically on this side, which makes no sense. It looks good, but you can't do that with 3D models because they exist in 3 dimensions, not just 2. So sadly, not. Although it would look nice. Okay. So let me hook these up. Get these. This part is always so hard because there's so many like different things you gotta deal with and move around and mess with. But once you get, like, we already got a decent structure down for the face, and of course it always looks bad when you're when you're first starting. You're like, ooh, that doesn't look like anime. What is this? I don't know. Don't ask me. It will look like anime, just not right now. And man, do I need coffee. Although I'm talking a lot, but I think that's just because I don't know what else to say. I'm just rambling on at this point. Anything you want me to talk about, I guess, while I'm doing this? I'm kind of explaining as I go, but I don't know if it's super helpful information or not. A constant spam of the screencast keys going on in the corner. I'm constantly pushing buttons and moving around, so it's just going to be pretty spammy overall. Add something there. Okay, so this is important. You want so like the 3/4 view of a anime, yes, of an anime, is going to, the eye is actually going to have like a little inset, almost like a little indent of where it should be. If I select these and I just kind of pull it back on the y-axis like that, and then you're gonna have a cheekbone that kind of pops out here. Like from this angle, it's going to look something like what's the grease pencil again? I forgot what the grease pencil. I forgot. But it's gonna look something like, oh wait, it's alt, isn't it? Nah, I don't know. It's gonna look something like this, where it's gonna have a little bump out where there it is, where right below the eye where the cheek is. It's gonna come down in and go to a point where the chin is. Even though the chin is technically not a point, it works. So I think right here, I kind of want to cheat right at this little spot here and add a quad and have that loop back down, but I think we're gonna wait We're gonna have another loop. So right here, I'm gonna go in, bam, bam, and we're gonna go up, I think, and then in, like this. Like that. So we're gonna have like a full loop around around the mouth, the face. This should work out pretty well in the end. I don't. No, we're fine. We're fine. We can always redo some areas too. We find the topology isn't quite what we want. Subdivision does make everything look a little wonky sometimes, but it can help out. Seeing like the more smoothed out results. Like this looks a little wonky where the nose is. It looks kind of weird, but I think we just need more geometry there to begin with, or more accurate geometry. So for the eye, again, we want this to kind of be pulled in a little bit to kind of give that little gap where the eye is from the side view. Like that. And then this is good. The cheek is going to be pulled out more. That. And I'm always looking at references. On my other screen here, I have some references of what she should look like. And actually, I think... Should I pull up the reference that I'm using? No, it's fine. We have reference here. It's good enough. Last stream, I pulled up like a little reference, like a little window for my other little reference program I use, PureRef. Really great program, by the way. I use it all the time as like a sheet for all my references and stuff. Very useful. What do we got going on here? We have another loop to deal with. Wonderful. Just something like this should work fine. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, this is a little wacky. We're just gonna pull this out, and I bound T to be my smooth vertices. Which kind of like relaxing them almost more than smoothing, but it's not the default keybind, but I just use it so much that I just set it as my default, because whatever T was before, I never used it, or at least not enough to justify having it instead of smooth. So just trying to think about how I want to make sure I don't mess up the topology too bad. I think what we're going to do now is go to side view, make sure this is all lined up fairly well, because it's been a while since we've been over in the side view. I'm going to extrude this back in a little bit for the mouth, and then extrude it again. Not extrude, scale, I mean out. This will be the start of the inside of the mouth. That gives us a little better idea of what it should look like. Here we go. Now, gonna keep going along here. And they're getting a little stretched. See how thin they are right here? I don't really like that, but I think we can manage. We might want to add another loop here, actually, just to even things out a little bit, make it less less pressure on the like the subdivision modifier to work, you know. Give some room to relax. We could follow another loop around, but I don't think we need another loop around. So I think what I'm gonna do is do this and pull this down, like these. And what is this? So that's that part of the face right there. So we're gonna pull this up and try to Try to arrange this in a way that makes sense. So something like this. So the chin starts here. We want it to kind of ride up along the side. Something like that. Probably. Yeah, like that. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Probably pull it up a little more, but we won't worry about that right now. Man, that green color is so ugly. I might change that green color. I know I'm infuriating one of my friends right now with that color, so I might keep it on just for him, but I don't know if he's watching or not, but if he is, I love you. I love you, bro. No homo. Okay, so we're gonna add another loop in here to make this quad right there. We're gonna have a potential, oh, we have issues. So we have two up here, one down here, two on the sides. This is interesting. So I think what we're gonna do is we could make a try somewhere. Oh no, we're gonna add another loop right there. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna add another loop. Sorry, I was like tilting my head. I don't know why. I guess I just wanted to see from a different angle. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Just trying to. There we go. Okay. Now with that, should be fine to do. Nope. That. Yes. There we go. Okay. This is looking pretty ugly right now, but that's fine because now this is the more fun part where it really starts to take shape. So now we can start messing with the face. We can start pulling out some verts and kind of tearing it up a little bit without really hurting too much. Move that, pull this out. So something like that might be good. Pull out this a little. Oh no, we want clipping on. Not good. She looks like her mouth is just open. That's what it is. I think that's why it looks funny. We can close this up a bit by just scaling. Nope, not scaling like that. But pulling that up and pulling these down. There we go. That's a little better. I feel like her cheeks are a little too far in. Yeah, too far in, I think. So what we're gonna do is pull this out and pull down back in. Like so. Pull that out a little bit. And now she looks like she's like puffing her cheeks. So I think we did too much cheek. So we got pull way back on the cheek. And let's check this to make sure we still have something about what we want. Pull this in so we can get the shape of the chin a little better. This is a little different from what I'm used to. The shape of the head, it's a definitely a different style from my other couple I did before. At least for what I chose to. So because we're basing this more off the anime, I guess at this point. But I don't want to necessarily just go off of the anime style for this. I'd like to go off the VN, the Grand Order version as well from the game. So what looks off? Why is it looking funny? I think there's not enough geometry down here. Her cheeks are I don't know. It just seems like this is too much. We're gonna pull this all back in, and we're gonna focus on our part for now. I feel like we're focusing too much. So this happens sometimes where I get stuck and it's not looking right. It's like I don't know what to do, and so I don't do it. I just step back and look, try to work on something else. Okay, let's do the top of the head now. I'm gonna follow this up nice and easy. Another subdivision there. And voila. Get some of that forehead in. Ooh, man. I might take a coffee break here and get some more coffee. Because I did not... 1 cup this evening is not enough. Especially after the day I had earlier. Man. Alright, see you, Newbie Dewey. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I'll be recording this, so I'll probably upload this to my channel later. I'll probably do multiple versions. I'll probably do like a full, just like, yep, here's the entire video. Have fun or whatever, go at it. And I'll probably do another one as well, like more of a time lapse, but I'll still talk over it, like we said. I might just do all those topics I tweeted about earlier, in terms of what kind of content I want to do. So we'll see. Because they're all pretty interesting ideas, and I wanted to do them all. So I'm like, well, why don't I do them all, you know? But yeah, have a good night. If you guys ever want me to do something different or show, I don't know, it's just whatever. I'm not the best modeler. I've only been doing this for, how long have I been working, learning how to model? I think a little over a year now. I started last January. So a lot, so much I don't know still, but I've been improving. I'm busy because I go to a university here locally. Almost graduated, another year, but for now, still busy with that every day, so don't get to do stuff. Definitely not as much modeling as I want to. This one we're gonna have go back, connect in with, we're gonna add another loop. Another loop. This is going to go there? Maybe. We'll see. What happened? Oh, right, we added another loop. There we go. Much better. I think we're gonna start on the body soon again because getting a little tired of the face, not gonna lie. And I think it's a good way to work, where you start getting tired of one thing and just move on to another part, like I said, because especially since I'm not necessarily in a huge rush to get it done. I don't think it's needed to really focus on one part and exclusively. So let's do that. We have another loop coming in the middle here, so I'm just gonna try to dissipate this out a bit by maybe doing that. I don't know, how does that work? I think that works. Yeah, that works fine. Another thing about doing like anime style stuff is they don't really have much of like eyelids or like the eye like socket kind of. It's usually pretty flat. So you don't want to worry too much about making sure you have a lot of definition around the eye. You just want to kind of have it inset a little bit instead of like really getting in there and making it. I made that mistake before and it didn't turn out super great, so I kind of learned my lesson on that. But it does depend on the style and who you're making, or if you're making something yourself, like your own design, and you just want it to be a little more realistic, then that's definitely something you do want to do. But yeah, it all depends. So I'm just trying to figure out exactly how this should fit in. I'm trying to also kind of feather this out to be a lower poly area, because you know it doesn't really need much at all, anything like that. And the nice thing about subdivision is that, see that big try I have, it doesn't really matter, because anything with sub D on gets turned into quads anyways. Not always really good edge flow quads, but quads nonetheless, so I'm not really going to complain, and I want to take advantage of it actually. And I do need no edge loop, so I'm just gonna go like that. Bam. Scoot you down. And should be about good. Yeah, that's fine. That's a nice flat forehead. Look at that. Alright, let's fix that a little. Pull this out. Yeah, so right now you can see when we kind of go into this view, first of all, her eyes are very small. Let's fix that. Nice big anime eyes. There we go. Her head's a little narrow too, so let's fix that. Let's pull it out a bit. She's got something weird with the mouth going on, and I don't like it. I think it might be the lips. I'm not really too sure. Or they might go out too far. Maybe a little too much length going out. Looks a little better, I guess. But again, not going to worry about too much because it's hard to tell right now. These, however, will go out just the same as you. We're just going to use a nice big ol' smoothie right out. Same thing with you. We're just going to smooth you right out. None of the edges. Looking like a little bit like an alien there. Wonderful. I honestly, though, but anime are kind of alien when you look at their anatomy, or how their body is shaped, with hair and other things attached. Doesn't look so bad, but yeah, when you start on your way to making it, I'm used to it at this point, but if I kind of sit back and I can acknowledge it, like, yeah, that's pretty freaky looking right there. Like, ask me. So, but you cannot be discouraged. Or even though it looks like this, it will look much better. It just takes a little time and a little effort. That's all, and constant reiteration. I think the eyes look like, oh yeah, the eyes look like that because how they're shaped too. And a little more round. Yeah, like that. There we go. That's kind of nice. And from the side, we could probably pull them up a little bit. Okay, cool. So now, oh yeah, right here. So you can see the shading on this. How on the like the jawline, it's kind of doing a weird little like whoop, and it kind of goes up and around. I don't think we want that, so gotta fix it a bit by pulling these out. There we go. And I think I kind of want to pull these out a bit as well, just straight back. You want to do that? I think it's fine actually. Yeah, see that's looking a little better, like the shadow around where the face is. Actually, a lot of that shadow's coming from here. I wonder if... Yeah, there we go. Cool. Much better. So we don't want this part down here to really have that much of an effect. I'll have to look at my other faces too, just as some reference, because my other ones turned out pretty decent. So I wanna make sure I kind of the same feel, at least for the where the topology is and kind of the general shape. Because right now these are definitely kicking my butt a little bit in terms of look. Because this definitely is not up to standard for what I want, what I'm expecting. So another thing I like to do is get the reference from the face here. Make sure perspective is on so I can see it even in perspective mode and scoot it right up into the face like that. And then I can really get a sense of just what exactly the shape should be in perspective mode. Because you can see here now, if I squeeze it in, it'll actually match more. So I think we're going to do that right about now. I'm going to pull this out a bit. And there we go. I think we're just going to pull this up slightly. Have that go out a little bit. And yeah. Kind of hard to see like that. Okay. Yeah, see that does help. Just doing that. Okay. Now let me think about what I want to do. One thing I like to do is get the eyebrows and eyes in, especially textured eyes in early. Because they really make a difference in terms of how it looks. It makes it look much more anime-y, because the eyes really give that pop. I don't think it's quite ready for that, but it's close. It's close. So what I think I'll do is get the chin working first of all. I'll pull the mouth. Oh wait, no, it's fine, it's fine. It's supposed to look like that because of the perspective. I almost forgot. Okay. Making sure that everything is lined up okay. Alright, so we're gonna let this be for now, I believe. I don't like how sharp the bridge of the nose is. Usually the bridge of the nose, especially like on anime characters, is very soft. Or almost no bridge. And sometimes in the animes even, they accentuate it more than you want modeling. And so, because of that, I'm gonna make sure that these two are almost right up on top of each other. There we go. Looking a little nicer. Yeah, much nicer. So now the shape is a little funny. The head. I think we want to fix that. Pull this in a little bit. And for here, it's too round. Let me look at some reference to make sure that it is what we want. So the way she looks from the side is like, so she looks like this and down, and she has a nice, like, kind of high cheekbone. Goes pretty high up like that. It curves in, and right about here is where it pulls back in. A little better. And the mouth is sticking out a little. So we're gonna fix that by pulling in. Same thing with that. There we go. That was one of the issues, I believe. Okay. So oh, alright, her face is not very, what do you call it? Well, let's go in perspective again and look at it. So yeah, so she's missing this little indent here for where her head is. We do that, and then the rest is looking pretty darn good, I'd say. These are all lined up and are okay. Good. Okay, it's looking a little better now already. It's always so hard. It's always so disheartening when you see it like this because you're like, it doesn't look good, but it's fine. It's fine. I need to tell myself that. Okay. So we're gonna pull this back. Her neck ends a little earlier. And it goes down. So back of her head, just, yep, just pull it around. Da, 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 da. I'm running out of things to talk about. So weather. How's the weather? I don't know. I'd imagine it's lovely. Up here it is freezing cold, like minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like what, minus 30 Celsius actually, maybe a little more. Very nice weather for sure. Just beautiful weather. We do not want that. No, we don't. No, stop. It was a little weird about around the neck, but I think this fine. Yeah, that's fine. We can work with that. And then going back. I think the lips are just out too far. Like, the lips don't look good. They just don't. Ah. Maybe we need more lower lip. No, maybe it's upper lip we need. I don't know. These are the hard decisions. Hard tasks. Life is just so hard sometimes, you know? Never really understand what's going on until you know. But then it's too late. Oh, I never did change the title of the stream, although it's pretty fitting, so I guess I didn't really need to change it at all. Wonderful. Everything's wonderful right now, apparently. I keep saying it. I wonder if I could probably just merge. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. A lot of topology wrapping around behind that I don't really need. I can delete it anyways, it's fine. Don't try not to really worry about poly count at all when I'm making these because it's easy enough because topology, just delete loops and stuff. Pretty straightforward. And if by chance it is way too high poly, well, better than it being too low poly in my opinion, but it all depends. All depends indeed. So like that, although the back of the head's really flat. I don't think we want it that flat. We're gonna take this and just maybe do that. Yeah, that works. Ah, clipping us off. There we go. The very nice thing about heads is that when you just wrap them around after and you get that all finished, they're really easy to kind of smooth out because you just grab the giant lobe that is the back of the head like that, and you're just like, yep, I want this to be smooth, and just mash smooth on it. And voila. And if you're like me, then you want to make sure that the head is not shaped weirdly like that. And pull it back in. Head might be a little too big. Okay. Or maybe not. I looked at it from outside and it looks just weird. Maybe the forehead's a little too very sharp here. That's because this is kind of okay. That seems pretty good. Oh, there's a little dent in the head. And I will say, okay, those triangles are annoying still because they'll mess up your smoothing. It's like technically more dense geometry, even though it's kind of not really. See how it turns it into a quad here? There's 1, 2, 3 quads right here in a row. I think I'm just going to finish off the back of this head here and around the neck and maybe touch it up a little bit and call it good because it's not that late, but I don't know. It's not good to work for long sessions, especially when you're just not feeling like it, and I felt like it, but it's, yeah, it's a Saturday, gotta chill out, gotta enjoy my free time a little bit more than just modeling, even though I will end up doing it sometimes this all weekend. Probably not super healthy. Just sit and do this for hours and hours and hours, but okay so far. So obviously not gonna be super bad. All right. Now what do we got here? We're gonna pull this up. Add some more geometry there. Add another loop right here because I feel like it does need it. Although no, I don't really like this one right here. I feel like I'm just kind of get rid of that and then get rid of you. Yeah, there you go. Just pretend you don't exist. pull it back. There we go, look at that. That looks pretty nice. Mesh manipulation. Very useful skill to have. I am slowly getting better at it. And just like most things, it's experience, doing it enough, and banging your head against the wall until it finally starts to work out, you know? Finally. So, okay, we're nearing the end of the head. You sit in Blender for days and hours, and I just got so burnt out. Yeah, totally. I get like that a lot, especially when I like work on a model. But even like before, when I was learning how to do it, I started like a year ago in January making my first model, and then I just got so burnt out from trying to learn everything that I kind of stopped for a couple months. And it wasn't until I went back that I really started learning how to do it, because I approach it a little differently. But even now, like, I'll work on something like this and then I'll finish it. And when I do finish it, instead of like a sigh of relief, like, oh, finally, I'm like, and now I need to work on the next one, but I don't want to, right? I'm like, I'm so burnt out because, especially since I'm busy, and you know, most people are busy, but it just, you know, it's just so much stress, even if it's just for yourself. Like I don't really make money off this stuff. I do it for fun. It's a hobby of mine. But even so, they can still be very stressful, and I tend to let it get out of hand sometimes. So, but yeah, I totally, I feel you there. All right. There. Loop, loop, loop. This is so ugly. Oof. Fine. Doesn't matter. Getting it done with. Alright. Now. Yeah, it's not too bad. I want to pull this out and down a bit. Pull this in. Anime heads are larger in the back. Legend has it. So, I mean, not legend. An anime has it. So we're going to do that. Where it kind of pulls out roughly the same size there. It's going to completely fuck up our topology, but once again, we can just smooth it. Just try not to select any of the edges that are here. Maybe one giant wipe this time. I like to smooth it, and then it kind of gets a little smaller when you smoothen it, so I just scale it out. Oh, that's not good. Okay, there we go. A little pinching going down. What's going on here? Oh, I like forced a quad. That's not very nice of me. I shouldn't force like that. I don't know. I think it's fine. Cool. There we go. The nose and the mouth are my biggest issues right now, and I think work on them a little more and make them better. I definitely can. I think the mouth is a little high up. I know the anime has it like that, but I think it should be a little lower. So I'm going to make it a little lower and see how that looks. think I like that. Again, the lips, I think, are an issue. I'm going to veer away from the reference in this case and make them a little more closer to each other. And I think we're pretty much good here. It's not it's good topology wise, it's decent. Got a good shape going, and now it's just about refinement, adding a little more detail in, and slowly but surely getting it the exact way we want. And that just comes with more time and more manipulation and trying stuff out and making sure it all works. So perspective, it looks pretty good. I should probably have been working in a matte cap instead. I kind of forgot. Like, wait, which matte cap? I like this one a lot. Yeah, so lips are an issue. We'll go back to those. But for now, I think this is good. So yeah, decent start for the face so far. It does look a little funny, but that's totally fine. It's going to be like that. We gotta keep working on it more and continue. Push on. If it doesn't look exactly like we want. Next time, I'll probably stream tomorrow early. Early for me, which is like 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 10 p.m. for me. I'm an hour ahead of that, or behind that, sorry. And yeah, so if you want to see me around then do that. If you follow me on Twitter, I'll make a Twitter announcement, so you can also check that out. Twitter.com//Cascadian, I believe. Something like that. I don't know. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll post on my YouTube channel later if you don't want to see it there. So see you around.